HTML5. See, this can be also done by using H1. It can be also done by using paragraph. Only that we put some more extra things, okay, which are content specific. Like figure specifically for inserting figure captions specifically for that particular figure. We can put actually H1 also and define. But this has some extra features so that programmer is at ease. Articles, different sections, header, footer. So these are the different elements which have been added. Next, I spoke about some elements which are removed from your HTML5. Okay, like these are the ones which are there. Okay, they have been removed and they are replaced by something else. Okay, then browser support. Again, if you have a proper version number, then only you can see the output. Next, we spoke about CSS enhancement. What does it means that your HTML5 have got a full CSS support. CSS is what in the way you style the document. Okay, so styling whatever properties are there, they have been fully their support is given fully to HTML. That's why you can use any font. Even if that font is not saved on your system, you can use it onto the HTML5 by inserting that particular format. Similarly, different types of selectors. Okay, if you want to highlight certain part, insert some more text, okay, bifurcate something, adding audio, video. So all these features are being given um, into your HTML5. Okay, column spanning, row spanning is also there, but different color for a particular row, different color for a particular column, making the table look more creative. Types of the different tables, they have been also provided. Okay, similarly, visual enhancement in terms of animation, creation, inserting of image, making a gradient image, change of the color, rainbow color. So a lot of features are being added with the help of CSS, which has given full support to HTML so that we have a better page, okay, and lot of good experience. And this is the basic, layout in terms of the HTML5. All the things we have already seen. Some important things like header, article, these are some new elements which have been inserted. Now, two lines which are important is the very first line, that is doc type HTML, which means that it is a document type of declaration, and meta character set equal to UTF-8. UTF-8 meaning is what? Universal transfer format. That means when I say UTF-8, it means we can do the encoding, okay, in terms of 2 bytes, 4 bytes, 8 bytes. All the alphabets which are there on your system, they are encoded, right? So that the machine understands. So this encoding is done with the help of the character set, which is called as UTF. Okay. Now, what I wanted to say, why UTF-8? Because UTF-8 is universal format which understands all the alphabets, all the characters that we insert onto a system. That's why when we mention UTF-8, that means by default all the characters are understood by the system. Okay. Yes, any difficulty up till here? Ronak, understood? Okay. Now, just a little bit history about the character set. See, I said meta, see that is the keyword, okay? Meta space character set equal to UTF-8, right? Now see, to display an HTML page correctly, a web browser must know which character set to use. So when you mention UTF-8, that means all the characters that you insert on the system are understood. Now this also has a history. First, it started from your ASCII character value. So ASCII was the first character encoding standard. It used 128 different characters, okay? Numbers 0 to 9, English alphabets from A to Z, and some special characters. So ASCII, which was there, it was the first character set that came into picture. After that came ISO 88591. It was a default character set for HTML4 and they supported 256 different characters. Today, your HTML4 also supports UTF-8. Okay. After ISO 8859, then came NC Windows 1252. It was the original Windows character set. It is the same as the top one, but there are some 32 extra characters. And what we use today by default, everybody has to use, is called as your UTF-8 character set. Okay, it covers almost all the characters and symbols which are there in the world. That's why they say meta character set equal to UTF-8. Okay, why this character set is needed? So that we can display the HTML page correctly. If we insert any particular word, any particular symbol, it has to be identified. So that's why we use character set, and this is the syntax for the character set. Open angular bracket meta space character set equal to UTF-8. Okay, clear up till here? Any difficulties? Anybody is having any difficulty in understanding this? So that's why over here, we have meta character set is equal to UTF-8 because it is the universal character set. Okay, and this universal character set recognizes all the symbols and characters which are there in the world. That's why we put in this particular format. Now what I'll do is some of the features which we have seen, okay, this structural element, we'll see some of outputs of some of them. Okay, I'll just run certain code and I'll show you all how it is. Not going much into the detail, okay, because a lot of big script is there, okay, and you will not understand it right now because we haven't studied JavaScript. Okay, this is a normal code which is there. Okay, a script has been written, okay, a function has been written. This is a program for drag and drop. Okay, in the presentation we have studied that HTML gives you feature for drag and drop. So only meaning of this is whatever is the image, you can just drag the image and you can drop into the rectangle. Okay, so this is the program for drag and drop. So this type of features are also available into HTML5. Only thing, you have to write a proper script for it that is functioning for catching that particular image and dropping into the rectangle. Okay, next is learning the article element. Okay, I just copy. This is a code. I start with the article, I close the article. I've added a header, I've added a paragraph. Okay, I've added a header, paragraph, header, paragraph. So like this wise, I've created 3 different articles. Okay, actually there was no requirement of putting the articles, but just as I put the article, I can bifurcate them. So when I run, this becomes separate. Understanding becomes good. Separate paragraph. If you don't put also, like if I remove this word article from here and I run, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, but it is only for the understanding of programmer, that programmer understands these are some separate articles which are present. Okay, now next maybe so maybe next is which one I take. There was somewhere over here. Okay, in new media elements, there is something called as embed. Okay, EMBED. It defines a container for the application. Now, how this embed works, I'll show you all. So embed means what? It is like inserting certain thing. So you can insert a video, you can insert a audio, or you can insert a web page, okay, onto one particular page. This is the syntax, okay, embed, type, what type of file it is, okay. I'm now embedding a HTML file. So I'm just including the name of my HTML file. Okay, the width and height on the output screen which will appear. Okay, and this is the type of that particular file. So when you run, this is like inserting a web page. Okay, you can scroll. So this content is there in my snippet.html file. I'm just calling that particular file. So this is called as embedding. That means in whole of this particular web page which is there, I'm inserting one more web page into small location with the help of width and the height which is specified. So like that wise you can embed almost all the pages onto a single web page by just giving the source and the width and height. Okay, so that is the use of the word embed, that is embedding one into the other. Okay, similarly audio video we have already seen. This is embedding the video. Okay, in some location I am putting the video. Okay, okay, I have embedded a video over here. In the previous cases I had embedded the HTML page. This is embedding a video. Similarly audio, depending upon your requirements. Okay, this is embedding an image. Okay, so when you run, this picture is embedded onto the system. See, instead of embed, you can just say img and display that particular image. This can be also done. But this is some extra feature which is provided into your HTML5. Okay. Next I'll show you all is footer. Okay, I'll show you all footer. Okay, so this is for footer. So when a document, a particular document ends, I can mention see author so and so and a mail of it. Now see, if I remove this footer, okay, if I remove this footer, it actually makes no difference. But only thing, I'm just giving a preference to my programmer who is actually coding, so that when he sees, when the program is very big, and when he sees this particular word, he knows that this part is regarding footer. Okay, this part is regarding an article, or this part is regarding something else. Okay, so it only eases the work of the programmer who is there. Like I'll just copy one thing. A minute, I'll just it's Control C, and so in this now I just add something called as articles. Okay, so when I run, these are the two articles and this is the footer which is there. So when I click on this, it will connect me to his particular mail and so and so. So reference can be given. Okay, understood? Something else, what I navigation I'll show you. Okay. Now, when I say navigation, that means I'm showing the route where to go. So it again starts with nav and closing nav. I've added 4 hyperlinks. Okay. So H reference. Okay, for HTML it goes to HTML. For CSS it goes over here. For JS it goes over here. Python it goes over here. So when you run, what happens? Hyperlinks are created. So when I click on, maybe I am clicking on Python. Okay, it will give me link to Python tutorial. Okay, if I am suppose clicking on JavaScript, maybe it is giving me link to JavaScript. So what I'm doing, I'm making a hyperlinks, but I'm adding something called as navigation. Okay. Now let me see if I remove this navigation, will it work? It is still working. So as I said, this is content specific type. It is for the programmer to understand, okay, this particular code is regarding the navigation. When navigation is provided, for the specific elements. Okay. Then maybe I'll show you all. You all saw something called as Ruby, right? Okay. So specifically this Ruby is to display, those Asian type of languages. So it is like Ruby opening, Ruby close, and this is, how we can display. Okay. that particular alphabet. Okay, so this particular character is being displayed into the output. Okay, next I'll show you all geolocation. I'll show you all geolocation. Okay, the code for geolocation is really big. Okay, for that buttons are included and a script is written. This script is basically what you are trying to uh, take the help, okay, and find the location where you are there. Now click the button to get your coordinates. So when I click on this particular button, what happens is it will give you points in terms of latitude and longitude. Okay, so when I say try it, what is the latitude and longitude in terms of where I am sitting right now. Okay, so this type of things can be also given by your HTML5. Okay, so these are some of the features, and I'll show you one more. Maybe wait, I just just second type this please. Okay, this is for displaying the time. Okay, now see there is a header, the time element, paragraph open time. Okay, this is the time tag that I've been used. That is on HTML5 you are displaying the time. Okay, so this is how open angular bracket time close. Okay, similarly this is the time. Okay, the time in terms of date. Okay, time date time. Okay, so this is what, again this is a feature which is given by your HTML5. Okay, using the tag which is time. Okay, and date time, it is one of the attribute, one of the element of tag which is time. Okay, to display this particular thing. Okay, and done. So this is the text which will be there, and this is the date time on which it was coded. Okay, so this is how it works. So in the output, you will only see the text which is there. It will not be there anything. Okay. So this is one of the element of your time tag. So yes. So with this, okay, with this we complete the different types of elements in HTML5. There are actually many things, but we are just having an overview. Okay, so we are not going deep into all the attributes or all the elements which are listed, but I have shown you a maximum of all these features. Okay, some of the features, they are content specific, they are written. If you remove them also, like if I remove article also and just put header and paragraph, still you will get the same particular output. It will not make any difference, but it will just ease the work of the programmer, because it makes a very structured kind of document. So when you read the code, you will come to know, as a programmer, when you will read the code, you will come to know what are the things that has to be changed and how it has to be changed. Okay, clear enough? Any difficulty up till here? Yes, any difficulty?